Big Brain Academy, Brain vs. Brain. I was ready, okay? We Degree is one of the most underrated titles on that console. It took simple visual brain teasers and turned them into a high score based party game. Playing single player was fun, but multiplayer was where it was at. I mean, seeing who can complete the brain teaser faster works so well in a competitive environment. You genuinely want to succeed to be labeled as the smartest ass they know. So when Brain vs. Brain was announced for Switch with an emphasis on multiplayer, I was pumped. One of my favorite multiplayer games was back as something submitted into evidence. Okay, Big Brain Academy, Brain vs. Brain is okay. It's more Big Brain Academy, which is fun. But my god, there is nothing here! Most of the mini games are taken right from We Degree, and frankly, there's not much to do here other than play each game until you get a high score worthy of a medal. You unlock accessories for your avatar, but this is yet another instance with modern casual Nintendo games where I have to ask, why not use the Miis? These little guys are cute, but they just can't capture how you look as well as a Mii can. The local multiplayer aspect is the worst part here. It's literally just one mode. You just play against the other person in the same brain teaser and see who wins. The longest you can go for is 5 matches, which literally takes 10 minutes. We Degree had a handful of different modes with all kinds of visual identities and quirks. There was one where you'd pick cards and try to win the set of games they challenge you with to claim that card on the board, and oh no, you got an expert difficulty one. Like, that's interesting and fun in a party setting. There was so much more going on in We Degree, and to see the multiplayer modes dumbed down to the state they were in Brain vs. Brain, especially considering the title highlights the multiplayer aspect, it's a crime. Well, I guess Brain vs. Brain's mainly referring to the online elements of the game, which this game doesn't have online multiplayer, rather online ghosts to battle against. You connect to the internet and can face off against other people's scores and times, which is a smart idea, especially considering you don't have to be playing at the same time to face off against somebody. My problem is, that's the only thing this game really does. Outside of playing against online ghosts, there's nothing really new here. Nothing to keep you playing outside of unlocking cosmetics for your doodle. The games are almost all directly ripped from the Wii game. Local multiplayer is so basic and uninteresting, and while I commend the increase to 4 players, they needed to have so much more here to win me over. It only retailed for $30, which does make this less really lame. And I did have fun playing through all the games, trying to get medals for all of them, but in the end, while Brain vs. Brain isn't bad, it's very obviously a project done with very little passion as an experiment to see if more Wii and DS era games have a home on Switch. I mean, it worked. The game sold pretty well, all things considered. But man, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm nostalgia blind. But doesn't this game look so much more compelling? Brain vs. Brain is serviceable, though very disappointing.